Welcome to CrossYoga and welcome to this flow class. I am Ria. I'm gonna guide you through this class. Take a seat or even rest on the floor. I'll start by sharing a story that has been very inspiring in my life lately. So I hope that will be that for you as well. So find that comfortable seat that makes sense in your body. It might be on a chair. And then close your eyes and settle with your body. Heading the sitting bones, the butt down, relax the knees and thighs. Maybe you close your eyes and release some sides out. Telling your body that now it can relax. Now it can breathe. Now it's time for self-care, body, soul, and mind. Now it's time to have a meet with the loving God who heals. I'll be reading from Luke 8:42. Maybe just see this story in your mind. As Jesus was on his way, the crowds almost crushed him. And a woman was there who had been subject to bleeding for 12 years, but no one could heal her. She came up behind him and touched the edge of his cloak, and immediately her bleeding stopped. "Who touched me?" Jesus asked. When they all denied it, Peter said, "Master, the people are crowding and pressing against you." But Jesus said, "Someone touched me. I know that power has gone out from me." Then the woman, seeing that she could not go unnoticed, came trembling and fell at his feet. In the presence of all the people, she told why she had touched him and how she had been instantly healed. Then he said to her, "Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace." Now this woman came to Jesus, probably full of guilt and shame as she had been bleeding for so many years. She was cast out of the religious society most probably because she was bleeding. Probably she had no husband. Probably she was poor because she used all her money on different doctors trying to heal her. So picture how shameful she must have felt and desperate. And still, she just had that one hope. If I touch this Jesus, I might get healed. Maybe we can recognize that desperation or longing for healing or for an encounter with Jesus. if there's any of these questions or things that I share that speaks to you, you can always pause the video and stay with that. Maybe that's your practice today. If you want to move more and you feel ready, you can make your way around into downward facing dog and do a dynamic down dog where you move your hip, your shoulders, your legs. Going from down dog with soft knees, keeping the knees soft, microbend as you move into plank. Lower down on your knees with the elbows somewhat in by your ribs, all the way down to the floor, meaning just the chest and the belly down. From here, you'll lift your chest up a little bit more, lower down. Lift the legs off to get into the lower back, doesn't have to be high. Tuck the toes under. Gonna see if we can rise up into a plank on the knees by the strength of our arms and core. So push your hands down on the floor, planking, and then downward facing dog again. Take a deep breath and prepare yourself for a few more of these. Moving into plank, inhale. On toes or knees, lower down, exhale. Lifting your chest, maybe your hands comes off the floor again. You might inhale and then exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the legs off. Hover your head. Exhale, lower the feet down. Inhale, plank on toes or knees. Exhale, down dog. Creating a lot of heat. One more time. Inhale, plank. Again, those soft knees. Exhale, lower down. Lifting in a baby cobra without the help of your hands and lower down. Feet off, knee off, lift. Lower down, tuck the toes, exhale. Plank, inhale. Exhale, down dog. Take 2 deep breaths here. Maybe with a sigh out. And if there's anything that you know you need healing for, body and mind, I'd put that into this exhale that you do. Let's just do it one more time. Walk your feet to the top end of the mat and fold forward. Let's do a sequence for a little bit of a warm-up, starting in chair pose. So bending your knees, take the arms somewhat by your ears. As you stand up tall, take the arms with shoulder heights, thumbs pointing back, and pull the hands back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And then you kind of turn the palms, thumbs pointing forward, bring the hands down, palms together. Go down into your forward fold. With the fingertips on the floor, you can step the right foot back. Gaze on the floor. Take the left hand up so the navel is in the direction of the inner thigh. Now this might be a challenge what we're going to do here, but we're going to raise up. You might take a look at the screen so you know where we're heading. Raising up slowly into this crescent lunge with our arms this direction. All right, hope you're there by now. And then turn the core around, pivot the back foot so you find warrior 2. Just, keep moving the feet so it fits. From there, going into side angle, elbow down on the thighs, stretch. So almost like someone is pulling your fingers there on top of your head. Circle the lifted, elevated arm down towards the floor, back heel off. Either find down dog or go for your Vinyasa plank to low plank. Moving maybe onto up dog if you're into that. And your down dog, exhale. Again, one breath. If you want to jump, soften your knees. Jump to the front, fold forward. Chair pose again, opposite side. Sink as low as you want to. Mountain, palms facing up, thumbs pointing back. Open your chest. Move the other direction, palms down, thumbs in, palms meet, fold forward. Left leg, lift up and step back. Keep the left hand down or on a block actually, and bring the right arm up. Engage everything, core in, push through the front foot, raising slowly into this variation of crescent lunge with a twist. Turning the core, don't move the back foot yet until you're somewhat in the direction of warrior two, and then you might pivot the back foot around. Get the heels somewhat aligned. Bending the front elbow, reaching the top arm up overhead. Gaze on the floor, hand down, step it back, plank or down dog, low plank, cobra up dog, inhale, downward facing dog, exhale. Repeating that maybe with a breath, move to the front, inhale, exhaling, folding forward. Chair pose, inhale. Stay here, exhale. Inhale, mountain, reach the arms out. Exhale, squeeze the hands together on the back. Inhale, palms meet. Exhale, fold forward. Right leg up, inhale. Tuck the toes, exhale, land that foot at the back. Left hand up, inhale. Stay here for the exhale, lift the hand up. Prepare, inhale, lifting up. And you get to there somewhat on your exhale. Turning, inhale. Getting warrior two, exhale. Side ankle, elbow down, reach. And maybe exhale as you reach. Inhale, planking, finding your plank. Exhale, lower down. Moving into cobra or up dog, inhale. Exhale, down dog. One breath, just adjust your stance if you want to. To the front on your inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Chair, inhale. Staying put on your exhale. Mountain, inhale. Arms out, exhale. Palms together, inhale. And maybe as the woman, bowing down in front of the healer, exhale. Left leg, inhale, reach it up. And get the foot back. Staying down, bending the front leg there. Right arm, reach up, inhale. Staying here for your exhale. Lifting up if possible, inhaling. Lots of balance, exhale, stay here. Warrior two, prepare, inhale. And getting there on your exhale. Side ankle, inhale. Reach forward, exhale. And this time, step to the top of the mat, hands down, heel off. Step to the front, fold forward. And just hang here with some sort of micro bend in the knees, whatever you need. So Jesus is calling forth the woman. And first when I read it, I was like, why is he doing that? That's so embarrassing for the woman. Does he want to humble or humiliate her, or what is it? But then it dawned on me that there might be something else happening there. Moving into mountain. So she was forced to come to face her healing and come to share her story. And she's physically healed. But I believe as she come forth in the relationship to Jesus, sharing her story, she's also healed of everything that was going on in her own story, her shame, her maybe feeling guilty, her loneliness. She needed to put that into words, and she needed to know that Jesus heard it, and he would not leave. He would stand there looking at her. Open up your eyes, moving a little bit forward to the next posture. Take the right knee up and stand here. You can stay here or you can go for dances. So stay put, but I just want to turn around so you can see. If your right knee is off, you take the right hand and put the thumb back. Grasp the arch of the foot. So I have my thumb on the ball of the big toe there. And then you lean forward with the free arm. Kick the foot back. Again, you stay put. And going as far front and back as you feel like today. Release. Bending the standing leg. If possible, bring the right leg you had in your hand, cross it over for eagle once or twice if you happen to be able to wrap the hands, either prayer pose or wrap the right elbow below, coming into traditional eagle. So this was the woman's life squeezed together to some extent. And let's free that out. So release it out. Take the right leg, step it back, opening up in warrior two, standing strong and firm and free. Grasp the hands behind you, squeeze the hands. You can also take a strap if you want. Turn the front foot so you're going into a wide distant forward fold, and then let the head drop, let the arms drop behind you for this variation of a forward fold. Bending your knees, softly coming up again. Turn the toes to the front of the mat, most likely where they have been most of the time during this class. Take the back heel off, step again to the front, fold forward. Then rise up into mountain. Bring the palms together on top of your head. Relax the shoulders, and then lean in back for a little bit of a back bend. Standing tall again. Rise the left leg up. We're going to do this small sequence on the other side. A left hand, thumb back, dancer. So take the hold of the foot. So I'm actually opening up the chest here a little bit. Leaning forward again, kicking the foot into the hand. Gaze on the floor. Release, crossing this time the left leg over. Make sure you bend the right, otherwise you will not be able to wrap anything. Either prayer pose or left elbow underneath. So whatever works. Breathe. And let's set that bird free. So left leg back, pivot, warrior two. So sharing our story with Jesus looking or a friend looking is so freeing, is healing. Coming to terms with everything. We need that. Now bring the hands up overhead. We're not going to go for exactly the same stretch. Bring the front foot, again, round toes pointing slightly in, navel in, pelvic floor in, and then move towards the left or the right side if you're mirroring me. Coming up and to the left. Let's do that a few times. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Last time to each side. And then fold forward. Just let the fingers reach down on the floor or on a block, whatever you make sense to you. Lift up halfway, and then you can kind of wiggle your feet closer. So we're going to do yoga squat. So I have my feet pointing, my toes pointing out. I'm going to sit down here with the knees in direction of my toes. Now, if you have knee issues, you might lean against the wall or just stay a little bit higher. Or if you don't have any knee issues, a hip, maybe the butt here come all the way down to the heel. Prayer pose, elbows squeezing the knees out. Now sit, or if you want to go for a variation of crane pose, whatever, take the knee cap or the knee up on the tricep, gaze forward and just see what happens. Lift one toe up, lift the other. So be playful here. And if you're good, coming out, get your feet back, child's pose. If you're flying in crane or crawl pose, you might take the hands down by your side here. Did you pay attention to what Jesus says when she confesses and come forth with everything? Jesus calls her daughter, or son, if you're a man watching this, and you put yourself in the shoes of this woman. When we tell our story, all our shame, our guilt, whatever we feel like is dark and not worthy, Jesus can receive that, and he calls us sons and daughters. It is that relationship that is healing. Cannot find that healing just by finding it in ourselves. I really don't believe that. Now take a seat. Just a few stretches here. Gonna go for a side bend, as we have done a lot on the core. So take the right leg out to the side. I have the sole of the foot on the inside of my thigh there. Turn the shoulders towards the bended knee, and then let the right shoulder reach down towards the right knee. And the other arm drops up overhead. Some variation of this. Coming up, staying with your feet, because you might want to twist, so this time long tall spine up towards the sky and twist. Release opposite leg here. So turn the shoulders towards the bended knee and go for that direction to the side. I know that sometimes the flesh here on the side can be in the way, but just to do what the best you can. And it doesn't have to be a huge stretch. It doesn't have to feel like super intense. And sit up and twist. So, if Jesus was looking at you Could you receive him calling you son or daughter? Or are you so deep in down in the darkness that you feel like, no, that's never going to happen? Jesus will always look at me with hard eyes, or he would look away, or he would be too busy to hear my story or to have a meet with me. God is not our parents. He is not our spouse. He is the perfect God full of love, so he will meet us. Come down on your back, and you might take a look. To me, this is somewhat a new posture. If you take your left knee out to the side and left ankle on the right shin there, this foot, the left foot, is going to drop all the way down. I'm going to bend the right foot also, coming all the way out to the side here. I'm not going all the way out to the side. I'm actually trying to get the pelvis somewhat down. It's still lift a little bit, that's fine. And my hand here is grasping the foot, the ankle. All right. You could also, if you want, hold on here like you're really wrapped in. Feel something in your thigh and your outer hip maybe. And then release. Same thing, opposite side. Now, if you are an introvert as a personality type, you might not be familiar to you, or not be easy for you to share like really personal, deep stuff. I am somewhat in between an extrovert and an introvert. So when I was younger, I was not used to sharing personal stuff, what I felt like and all of that. But when I did, and when I came to that realization that Jesus sees me, not just passing by me, but sees me, that was when I felt the most healing power in my life. That I am seen, known, loved. That healed me mentally for a lot of things that were not true about. I thought about myself like I was ugly and stupid and all these things. Not good enough. If you want to know more about my story, I can link to that in the end of the video. You can have a look or listen to that if you want to know more. Let's call it the day you can release any tension. Now, if you want to stay for a longer resting, you might just pause the screen now and then put a silent timer on. I'm just going to rest here for a minute or so. So do what you need to do. But I will invite you to picture, as you rest, Jesus' smiling face calling you, my daughter, or my son. So I will finish this video and this class. As mentioned, please stay down if you want. If you're ready to take a seat, you can move your fingers and wrists and slowly come back. You might know this, but you might need to hear it again. As we finish, we are not leaving God, or God is not leaving us. You can take a seat. I truly believe that Jesus is going with us, both on the mat and off the mat. And that's also the healing power, that we are not alone wherever we are. From my heart to yours, thank you so much for joining. And I pray that God will bless you, heal you, and that you'll know that you are not alone. Please share this video with a friend if you feel like there's somebody that pops into your mind that might need to watch this as well. From my heart to yours, thank you.